Thunder Report from 107.7 The Franchise.
Greetings, Thunder fans. Shoot-around is over for our team, and all that awaits now the Detroit Pistons tonight in the regular season finale, with plenty riding on tonight's game. Oklahoma City wins. They're the number 2 seed in the West, and they'll play tonight's Dallas-Memphis winner in Oklahoma City either Saturday or Sunday in the first round of the playoffs. If the Thunder lose, they must wait for the outcome of the Clippers game tonight to know their fate. 2 guests today, Caron+Butler, who's had a wild ride finally ending up here at Oklahoma City and on the doorstep of the Western Conference playoffs. And, of course, Kevin+Durant, who talks about what seed the Thunder might want, what opponent they might desire, and in true KD form, he hits it out of the ballpark. We go to Caron+Butler first, and then Kevin+Durant on today's Franchise Thunder Report.
Well, John, I think there's a lot of, emphasis on tonight, just locking up the 2 seed and ending the season on a high note. What was the conversation this morning?
Just, more about us than anything. Just, playing better. Obviously on the second end of a back-to-back, going down to New Orleans and, losing that game and feeling like we could have played a lot better, but you tip your hat off to them. They was prepared, they was ready. But we watched some film and we saw some areas where we can be a lot better.
Anything in particular you saw defensively that you guys need to focus on coming into this one, or was it more an effort-energy thing?
Combination of both. Just shrinking the court, when a guy get hot like that and, covering for one another and, talking. I think communication is key. And, we lacked a lot of that in the last game. And it's all things that we can control, so that's a good thing.
You say it's more about you guys, but talk a little bit about Detroit. And can they have a guy that comes off and, got to make sure there's not a wild card in there?
Yeah, they got a lot of guys. Brandon Jennings and, Will Bynum is out right now, but they just got guys that play hard. Andre Drummond is rebounding the ball, tremendously well, and Monroe and all those guys, so they pose a lot of different matchups. So, we just got to play our style and our brand of basketball, and we should be fine.
Game 82, you're heading into the playoffs with this team. You think back to game 1 of this season and kind of the crazy path that you've traveled personally. What do you kind of reflect on as this year's gone on?
A roller coaster ride. Been a little bit of everywhere. Starting off, with the trade in the summer, going to Phoenix, and obviously going home, and then no intentions on playing in the postseason to intentions on winning it in a matter of 24 hours. So a lot has changed, and my mentality have been the same. Just try to get better and remain consistent, and I'm happy about this postseason and, really excited about the run that we can possibly make.
How important is the start tonight, considering how the game went in New Orleans? It's important to get off to a fast start. Maybe even take Detroit out of it because they don't really have anything to play for.
I know they're going to play hard. This is probably their last game of the season as well, or one of them. So, they're going to come in and play hard as well. And, we can't, overlook them or look past them. We still have to handle business, and that's what you want, your destiny in your own hand, and we have a chance to clinch tonight and pretty much put things in perspective our way.
Of course, the game's going at the same time, so you can't do this, but you look at Dallas, Memphis, you're going to play the winner of that game tonight. Does that even matter? Assuming you're the second seed.
Yeah, we just worried about us. Like I said, that'll take care of itself. Those guys got some unfinished business they have to do. They got to win a game. Memphis want to win, I'm pretty sure, and Dallas want to go into the playoffs playing a good brand of basketball. But we're just worrying about us, and I feel like if we're on top of our game, playing our style, our brand, obviously we can be a problem for anybody.
Carl, we asked you a lot what you can bring to this team, but I'm curious with this team, with the young guys, the energy, what it's done for you and your game.
It's rejuvenated me. Like I said, losing weight weighs on you, and being in a good environment and great organization, great fans, embraced me and my family, and came out here and working out with KD on a nightly basis, just getting back into a groove and feel real good. And I'm excited. I'm smiling again. I'm enjoying the game. I always had a passion and love for it, but I'm really enjoying the game again.
I think some people maybe take that fans for granted because they think fans are like this everywhere, sellouts. Obviously, been in Milwaukee, that's home for you, but it's a losing situation for you. It was.
Yeah, a lot of the fans that came out was, the tickets that I purchased. So to go from that situation into, a lot of sellouts and, people that's really enthused about coming out and supporting the game of basketball and, everywhere you walk on the streets here, restaurants, anything, that it's just different. You can't describe it to no one. It's just different. The energy is different. It's truly special. Like, and not just saying that, like, it's different. And as an opponent, you realize that coming in here. But playing here, it's a special feeling.
Washington, you knew you were going to get 15, 16, 18 shots every night. Here you may get 3 one night, 12 the next, whatever. You don't know. Is that difficult?
I think it's fun, knowing where you're at in your career and knowing what type of threat that you can be. You just pose that threat so, guys can have, open lanes and stuff like that. So I understand my role and, I'm willing to accept it and, I'm just always ready, just in case whatever happens. They may play Kevin a certain way. The more opportunities will come my way that loosens up and get Kevin open or Russ open or, Serge rolling down the paint. So, we all understand our role and, just excited to be a part of the process. And that's what, contenders and championship teams do. They accept their roles.
The Thunder bench, last one for Caron. The Thunder bench, you've been on a championship team, you've been in the finals, you've seen the best in the league for 12 years. How does this bench rank with other championship talent?
I mean, we have all the talent. We have all the ingredients and everything that we need on that bench. And I keep telling guys just to continue to, stay prepared, be ready. And I think the organization and the coaching staff, do a great job of, just tooling those guys and training them, night in and night out, preparing them for every situation to be ready for when that moment comes.
Well, Kevin, you're down to the final game. It's hard to believe it's gone that quickly. What's just the mentality going in to finish strong tonight?
Just win. Just play to win. I mean, we need this game, and especially after 2 tough losses. So it just feels good to play our last game at home in front of our crowd. So just got to win.
Caron mentioned this more about you guys, but you saw against New Orleans team maybe you weren't as familiar with. There can be a hot handoff, with Tyreke Evans. What do you guys have to pay attention to tonight with the Pistons?
Well, we just got to help each other out. They got a guy in Stuckey who can drive to the lane and wreak havoc for us, and they got bigs that do a great job of offensive rebounding, and they got a quick point guard. So we just all got to be on the string defensively and talk and rebound, and we'll be all right.
You continue to set individual marks, get lots of accolades for your individual performance, but how important is it to you to have not just a postseason run, but to win a championship?
That's the most important thing. That's what you dream about as a kid, is to win a championship, and you get an opportunity to play for one with us being in the playoffs. And we just want to play our best basketball and let the chips fall where they may. And impose our will, and I think we have the right group of guys around here to do so, and we just got to take it a day at a time.
Everybody talks about you being an MVP, the league MVP, all the records that you're breaking. When you hear about that, how much do you focus on that? How much does that motivate you as an individual?
Well, I just reminisce on when people say that. I reminisce on me being a kid and the journey I've taken, to get here, and how many people told me I couldn't make it to the league and told me I couldn't be an MVP or have a great year in the NBA. So just really thankful for all the people that been in my life and helped me out to get to this point, and the great coaches and teammates I've had, and just the beginning. So just want to keep working.
Kevin, you go through so many ups and downs of this season, the long days. Is this a time where it just gets fun again? It's playoffs; they're almost here.
Oh, it's always fun. I see a ball in the court. It's always fun for me. And this is the second season, as people call it, and this is the most important season. So we're looking forward to it. We just got to focus in on who we play and what we do, and just go out there and let it all hang out.
Caron was just over talking about how he loves being here, and of course being in Milwaukee now here. Talk about what he's meant to the team and in the locker room, just from a veteran standpoint.
Well, he's a great spirit to have here in our locker room. Just a guy that's been on a championship team. He's been in every situation. He's been traded before. Been playing on great teams and bad teams. And just really appreciate everything he's been through. And he's definitely helping all the younger guys, helping me out. We've become really close since he's been here, and we're blessed to have him. He's definitely a big asset to our organization. And, he's going to help us out throughout the playoffs.
There's always a lot of attention on Russell's knee. I'm wondering how you would assess kind of how he looks to you, and how much of a concern that is for you.
He looks fine to me. No concern. games he's sitting out is more precautionary, I think. So, he should be fine.
How important is the number 2 seed they have?
We just want to win. I think it's, a lot of people put emphasis on seeding, but just want to play your best basketball at the right time. But you also do want to, have a Game 7 on your home court throughout the playoffs. But, we just can't, we had to focus on the games early in the year. You got to look back. You can't just say, we lost to New Orleans, Indiana. You can look back to the games we lost early in the year we should have won. So you try not to regret anything and just go out there and play the next game and see what happens.
You said that you reminisce about the people who said that you'd never be an MVP. Who ever told you that?
A lot of people, especially where I come from. A lot of people don't make it out to be in the NBA from my area. So, everybody here is doubters no matter what they do. But just to fight through it all and persevere and make it here, it's a blessing. And, I just try to keep pushing and keep believing.
What advice do you give to your teammates about this postseason, and how do you approach it?
Well, a lot of guys have been here before, but I just tell the young guys that just go out there and just make sure you lock in on whatever coach needs us to do. Know your personnel, know what tendencies of each and every player, and just go out there and have fun, man. Try not to overthink it and just play the game.
Every regular season is kind of a journey in a marathon. When you think all the way back to that trip overseas to start the year all the way till now, what's kind of defined this season for you all as a group?
Just so many different circumstances we had to go through. Russ starting the season, then getting hurt, then missing 28. Well, he missed, 36, 37 games, and then Perk being injured, and the young guys having to come in and step up, and Thabo getting injured. So there's a lot happened to us, and it's different for us because we were so used to everybody playing, our starting lineup being there every game, and but guys had to step up, and I think we did a good job of fighting through it all, and that shows the type of organization, the type of coaching staff and team that we have, and it's been a fun season. It's been up and down just like any other season, but now at the playoffs here, we can look back at that and learn from it all, and hopefully it helps us out in the postseason.
Kevin, Memphis is looked at as a team that nobody really wants to play 1 through 7, 6, whatever they get. Do you look at them as a dangerous team because of the weapons they have?
Yeah, from 1 through 8, in the West, anybody can win the championship. 8th seed is more like a 1 seed, to be honest. How good the teams are. But we're not scared of anybody. We don't, it don't matter who we play. We don't fear anybody, but we respect them, and we know it's going to be a tough series. But they are a team that can definitely win a championship, just like any other team in the West. So we got our work cut out for us, no matter if it's Dallas or Memphis, and if we win tonight, and we'll see what happens. So our coaches usually prepare us right, and guys usually are focused for this run, so we'll see.
You got a history with both of those franchises in the playoffs twice each. Does that help you guys, regardless of what the opponent would be?
Not really. That was in the past. They have the same coach and the same systems, but different players are plugged in. But we definitely have some battles with these guys, regular season and postseason. So like I said, we'll see what happens, who we play. And we just got to be ready.
Kevin, how do you like to see your version of this team head into the playoffs? Compare favorably, I guess, to teams in the past couple of years, attitude, health.
Yeah, we got a good mixture of guys. We got a lot of veterans, and we got some good youth, and we have a veteran coaching staff as well. And we're just trying to put everything together, and we're looking forward to getting another opportunity to play in the postseason.
The goals that you guys have set for yourselves, is this a championship or bust type of thing?
We try not to look at it, championship or bust. That's our goal, is to win a championship just like any other team. But we're just taking it a day at a time and not put too many expectations on ourselves. What we talk about internally is just getting better every single day, and we can live with the results.
You talked about how important it is to know your personnel. How comfortable does it make you feel as a player being that go-to guy on your team and them knowing your capabilities?
Well, I look at it as it's really flattering when a lot of teams prepare for me like they do. It shows how much work I've put in, how much we put in as a team, and how much my teammates trust me. And I just try to come through for them. It's going to be good nights, it's going to be bad nights, but just learning how to get through them all, never get too high or too low. And just, if I put in the work, everything will happen.
That's Kevin+Durant, who will be in the starting lineup tonight against the Detroit Pistons as Oklahoma City tries to lock up the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. We get our coverage started on the franchise later today with the TotallyTickets.com countdown to tip-off presented by Bank 7 and Homeland, 6 to 7 at Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill in Bricktown. Following the game, I'll file another Thunder report. Hopefully by that time, the Thunder know their fate, at least seed-wise, in the Western Conference. Thanks for watching this edition of the Thunder Report. I'm David Garrett for 107.7 The Franchise.